welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about the best rabbit hutches online. I personally have a DIY hutch that we built ourselves, and I've said so many times that that is honestly the best route to go if you do want a hutch for your rabbit, because most of the hutches that are for sale are either too small or really bad quality or just way too expensive. I did buy a hutch online one time and it was not good. First of all, it was just way too small, but the quality was so bad. The wood on it was really cheap, and the entire back piece just started falling apart after being in the rain for a little bit, and we had to completely replace the back of it because it was literally peeling. And that is honestly the problem with most hutches for sale, is even if you can find one that is large enough for a decent price, a lot of them are just not good quality. I don't know what kind of cheap wood they're using, but they just fall apart so easily.
Now, if you are going to keep the hutch inside, none of this really applies because obviously it won't be getting weathered on, but this is just for if you are going to be keeping the hutch out in the weather uncovered. Honestly though, the most affordable option for indoor rabbit housing is an X pen, so I'll have the link in my description below if you want to purchase the X pen I have. I really like it, and honestly, if your rabbit's inside anyways, I think it's just such a better option to go with.
However, I do still understand that there are people who need a hutch that is secure, that can hold up to weather, so I have scoured the internet for the best hutches that I could find. Now, I haven't seen these in person, I haven't used them, but from what I can tell, these are about the best available. But let's get started with the enclosures that I have found that I think could be good. I checked Tractor Supply's website to see if they had any good chicken coops, because oftentimes they make chicken coops much bigger than the rabbit enclosures. I don't know why. So the one that I did find there was the Petmate Superior Construction Chicken Coop. And to me, from what I can tell, again, I haven't seen this one in person, but it looks like a better quality than a lot of the hutches I've seen. The wood looks like real wood. This chicken coop is $600. So this one has a nice big kind of run area, but it's also got an enclosed area, which is nice because obviously when it rains or if it's colder or windy, you want a place for your rabbit to go where they can feel comfortable and safe. That is the first enclosure. Again, this one doesn't have a bottom on it. I would say maybe put a sheet of wood under it, or you could even just do some wire. Okay, so the brand Cozy Wow, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, they actually have several different hutches that actually look pretty good. So I found 3 of them that I'm going to show you guys that I have the links to in the description below if you want to purchase them. The first one is the smaller one.
According to the HouseRabbitSociety.com, a rabbit's enclosure should be at least 8 square feet of enclosure space combined with at least 24 square feet of exercise space for 1 to 2 rabbits, in which the rabbits can run and play at least 5 hours per day.
This one is $170 on Chewy, which is pretty affordable, I would say. It is a bit small. This one I think is about 8 square feet if I did my math correct, which I may not have, but it does look like about an 8 square feet space on the bottom. Then the little hutch portion of it is obviously smaller. The thing with this one is with the ramp taking up part of the run, it kind of takes some of the space out of it. But if you really need a hutch just kind of as a home base for most of the time, but maybe you're able to let your bunny out to play in a larger area 3 hours a day or something, I would say this is fine. But if you are going to get it, again, I would just say lots of playtime, especially if you have a more high energy bunny. This next hutch is by the same brand and it has a really long run. Now this one to me looks like one of those bad quality wood ones, I will say. However, if you are keeping it like under a porch where you've got a roof over it and you maybe don't live in a super high humidity area. But if you live in a drier area, I would say this thing, if it's covered, it would probably be fine, and it does have a really nice sized run. This one is $180 on Chewy.com, which again isn't bad. I would say this is a good one if you have it in a more sheltered space. The next hutch is a little bit different. This one is kind of similar to the first one I showed you guys, but it's got a little more detail to it. So there's a smaller kind of enclosed area at the top. There's a slant roof, which I like because I think when the roof is flatter, that's when water sits on it and then it'll kind of ruin it. But if it's slanted, the water will run off more. And then it's got just like the little run area at the bottom, very similar to the first one we saw. It is more expensive for some reason. It's about $235. I don't know why. Okay guys, I'm not 100% sure. It looks like there are 2 mats on the bottom of this one, which would mean you don't need to keep it on like a concrete or wood surface. You could put it out in the grass and it would probably be fine. I think that might be why this one costs more. I don't know why that would make it $100 more. But this one is about the same size as the first of this brand I showed you guys. Okay, this next one is honestly expensive for no reason, but I will say it looks like it could withstand some weather a little bit better than the other ones I've seen. It is about $400, and honestly, it's kind of small. I'm assuming these are the bottom area measurements. It says 46.5 by 27 inches.
Another thing I would like to add is you can always connect an X pen to a hutch to make a larger space. I would just say if this is outdoors, make sure you close your rabbit into the hutch at night when predators may be more active, just to be safe.
But this is the Preview Pet Products Herb Planter Chicken Coop. It has like a little box next to it where you could plant some herbs or something if you want, which I think is a really cute idea. Or you could just totally store some of your rabbit supplies there. Again, it's a little bit of a smaller hutch, but if you really need a hutch, I would say this looks a little better quality. Again, like I've said, I've never seen any of these in person, so I don't know for sure. But if your bunny's getting plenty of playtime, I would say it's probably fine. Okay, so if you are willing to go buy materials yourself and make a hutch, but you just don't really know how to construct it and you need a little bit of guidance, I have found a few different plans on Etsy that look really, really good. The first one is just a really basic one-level hutch. I don't know if it has a wire bottom on it, but if it does, take that out. Do just like a plain wood bottom instead, because wire bottoms are not good, as we know. This one is only like $15 for the plan, but it has some reviews and people are saying it's really good, so this will be linked in the description below. The next one is a super cool plan for a chicken coop. Again, it's easy to find larger chicken coops than hutches for some reason. It's got a nice big run. Again, like I say on all the runs, either put something under it, whether it's like a wire on the grass or wood or something. But this one looks really nice. Again, I kind of wish like these were what were for sale, but I don't know, companies just don't sell like high quality stuff.
During my search, I came across this super cool chicken coop that they were selling plans for, and I'm fully aware that this is very unrealistic for most of us, but I just thought it was super cool, so I had to show you guys. And if for some reason you do happen to have the money and skill to make this and want the plan to it, the link is in the description below.
But I hope you guys have found this video helpful. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because 83% of you guys watching my videos don't subscribe. So if you're going to watch them, you might as well subscribe so you can get notified whenever I post. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will see you very soon.